What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne.
I'm Isha Wayne.
And thank you for joining us in another video. Today we're going to do a quick test drive review of this Hyundai Sonata N-Line. Now, I've already done a full review on the Hyundai Sonata, so if you're interested in talking about the handling characteristics, the space in the interior, and the exterior design, be sure to check that video out. Here we're going to talk about some of the performance upgrades that we're seeing in this N-Line model. So first of all, what you're getting underneath the hood is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder turbo that's putting out 290 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque at about 1650 RPM. Now, the base model of this vehicle is only getting you 191 horsepower. So you're looking at about a 100 horsepower increase, and that's really going to help the overall handling and acceleration of this vehicle. So you're getting 0 to 60 in about 5.2 seconds in this vehicle. Isha in the base model, 0 to 60 is around 7 seconds. So connected to that power plant is an 8-speed wet dual clutch transmission. They say wet because the transmission has its own oil pump and reservoir as well. So it has its separate lubrication system. So that's really nice about this vehicle. Pricing, you're looking at about $33,000 for the N-Line. So when it comes to the side profile, the first thing that will jump out at you are the large N-Line spec 19-inch wheels. The brake rotors, those have increased over the standard base model. So your brake rotors in this vehicle are 13.8 inches up front. You're looking at 12.6 inches in the rear. On the base model, your brake rotors are 12 inches up front and about 11.8 inches in the rear. So again, they're giving you more stopping power to help with the additional 100 horsepower you're getting underneath the hood.
Okay.
So let's do a quick pull, see how fast this really is. So right off the bat, you can tell right off the bat that this has a lot more power. This is a front wheel drive vehicle, so I did notice there's a little bit of slip in the front.
I felt that.
And perhaps, they should have stuck a limited slip differential in this vehicle or made this all-wheel drive, because for a vehicle that weighs around 3,500 pounds and over 300 pound-feet of torque going to the front wheels alone, it might be a lot. So you might have a little bit of wasted power there since this isn't an all-wheel drive vehicle. So to put that in perspective for you, remember when we had that Charger Red Eye?
Yeah.
And I said if you step on it, the back will swing from underneath you.
Yeah.
Because it couldn't put the power down, right? This is a front-wheel drive vehicle, so the front wheels are powering this vehicle. So once I put my foot down on the acceleration, that slip you heard was from the front.
Gotcha.
So this would really benefit off having an all-wheel drive system here and a limited slip differential. Now, of course, this is a $33,000 vehicle, and components like that would really bring it into another bracket. This vehicle is going after cars such as like the Mercedes CLA 35. And it's got some pull to it.
It's saying that it's comparable to that.
Yeah, the Audi S3, stuff like that. Those small compact cars.
Yeah.
This is what this is going after, but this has a longer wheelbase than those vehicles. It offers a little bit more space. But it is a fun car to drive. The base model of this vehicle felt really lethargic. And I'm proud to say that this vehicle, they got it right. If you're going to get this car, get the N-Line spec. I think the handling is really nice. Now, when it comes to the suspension, they did make some tweaks there. I think it's about 5% stiffer up front and then about 18% stiffer in the rear due to the changing of some bushings and stuff like that. So they didn't just give you more power, they did actually focus on some of the handling characteristics of this vehicle. Now, when it comes to the exterior design, we'll touch on that briefly. Isha, I know you have some thoughts. You're not really digging it?
I'm not, but you said that we've had this car before, right?
Yeah, we had the base model before.
And I don't understand why I like the other one. What's wrong with me?
I think it was at a lower price point.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yes.
The other one didn't have this handling, right?
Okay.
The other one was just a standard basic car, and you have to look at you got to look at it for what it is.
Right. Okay.
So a standard basic car that's coming with a 10-year, 100,000 mile powertrain warranty for $24,000. with decent
I got
space.
you.
That is probably why you liked it, right?
I just don't think I like the body style. That's my
Yeah.
only miss on this car.
So the styling is a little bold, right? It's not for everyone. It does have that catfish thing going on up front.
It does.
Right?
And in the back, though. The back
right.
has like a gill look.
Yeah, so it's a lot of lines on this car. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
My older brother came to visit the other day, and he was like, have you reviewed the Sonata? And I was like, yeah, I've taken a look at it. And he's like, what's the deal with that car? That car has a whole bunch of lines going on with it.
But otherwise, I think it's all right. I mean, you know, like I said, I particularly do not care for the exterior, but the interior is not so bad for what it's worth.
Right.
You know?
Right. So yeah, the exterior, again, it's not for everyone. So the interior, you get in the digital display here, your Android Auto, your Apple CarPlay, a nice responsive 12.3-inch touchscreen display system there. Coming lower, you do have this button assortment
cool.
here. It is pretty cool how you have these buttons here, but I will say for a sporty vehicle, I'm not sure if the buttons are appropriate. Maybe a more traditional shifter might better suit this car. That's just my opinion.
Gotcha.
Of course, you got a wireless charger, 2 cup holders. Coming over to the steering wheel, it does feel good in your hands. You have shift paddles back here, though I feel like driving it in just automatic mode suits this car a little bit better. I feel like the shifts aren't as quick as I would like them to be. Behind the steering wheel, you do have a digital display that's configurable. You have options to display different gauges here, as well as your launch control setup. This vehicle does come equipped with launch control, so that's pretty neat as well. So we're going to do another quick pull here.
Hold on to your butts.
All right, let's see if this has hold on to your butt status.
Please.
All right, I'm going to floor it. A little wheel spin there. Again, that's that front wheel drive, but it does pick up nicely, right?
Yeah.
It could really benefit off that an all-wheel drive system, I'm not going to lie.
Don't try this at home. You know the disclaimers they used to say.
Yeah.
Don't try this at home.
So when it comes to the interior, the only interior options as far as colors is this color here.
I still, to be honest with you, for it to be a performance vehicle, I think it does fairly well for the price point.
Mm-hmm.
We have rode in some other luxury vehicles that were performance vehicles that did not handle that well.
Right.
It didn't have the slip in some of the others, but I got that jerky.
Right.
That was awful. This didn't give me that.
Feels a little bit more smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Which I'm kind of blown away by.
Yeah. So like I was saying, black is your only interior option. For those of you who have kids, that might be a huge selling point. But you do have the contrast red stitching throughout the vehicle. You do have the N-Line spec seats. The seats are different from the standard vehicle in this one, Isha.
Yeah.
Right?
They are.
So
I have some Alcantara. I got some stitching.
Yep.
I even have the embroidered in here to signify the N-Line.
Yep.
So
the seats are decent. They're comfortable. The suspension, you can feel the difference. It's a little bit tighter than it is in the base model vehicle. So it's a little bit firm, but it's nothing your passengers will yell at you for. Those brakes really bite on this vehicle. Yeah, those brakes make a difference. So if you're considering a sports sedan, that's something that's fun to drive, doesn't break the bank, and has a decent warranty, this might be something you want to take a look at. The N-Line really just takes the vehicle to another level. What Hyundai and Kia are doing kind of reminds me of what Nissan and Honda did back in the 80s. They're putting out right now, and as far as the German counterparts, I think these are two brands that people really need to pay close attention to, because they're offering performance that you could only get from BMW, Audi, or Mercedes-Benz back in the day, but now you're getting it at a much lower price point. Do the cars look as good? That's purely objective. I think that the styling is a little bit too bold for me on this one, But you know, there are people who out there who like it because you're starting to see more Kias and Hyundais out on the road today. Yeah, this thing definitely picks up. It is way more lively.
It sounds good though.
Yeah, it doesn't
It's
sound
not
bad at all. It is a fun car to drive, I'm not gonna lie. It is a fun car to drive. It doesn't sound bad and it's practical. So Ishi, got any closing thoughts on this one?
I mean, you know, I don't hate it. It's not something that I probably would get, you know, but for
Mm-hmm.
what it's worth, I think it's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yep. So $33,000 as shown with this one. I really like those 19-inch wheels that this one comes with. I would probably personally go with a different exterior color,
Yeah,
something a little bit louder since black is my only option when it comes to the
gotcha.
interior. Panoramic roof definitely helps out with that black interior.
He just had to do another one.
Yeah, this has way more punch than that other model.
All right, all right,
All
all
right,
right.
all right.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it off here. That's my thoughts on this N-Line model. Thank you guys for joining me. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And until next time, I'm Ben Wayne, the automotive reviewer that YouTube deserves.